Waiting for Refuge. Chat is open.
Doot.
Checking all platforms. Refuge Medical started a live stream.
What?
YouTube, how we're looking?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Where are we at?
Trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I just work here.
How's the sound?
I can only hear what I can hear. I don't have headphones on. I'm trying to talk like Dudley, guys, because Dudley has like the most powerful, commanding voice that I know. And
Audio sync.
Prairie Ball Buster said, "Hi, I thought y'all were never coming back. I was about to cry for real, for real." Well, don't cry. We're back. Better. We back 5x5. Elite Marine Electronics. Sound is bueno. Boom. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now officially, actually, this time we're going to try to do it, the Refuge Medical HQ live stream, where you guys bring us the questions and we attempt to bring you the answers. We don't know everything, but we know people who might know all of the things. So maybe like all of us together have a lot of information, and then still like we have the internet too. So, you know, we'll figure it out together. Me, you, Dud, Lauren, everybody else. Can I get a yeet?
Yeet, yeet.
That's right. All right. So we are bussin'. We're good to go, as the kids say. And yeah, we're happy you guys are here. As always, the Refuge HQ live stream is powered by Jocko Fuel. Today I'm sipping on that Afterburner Orange. I've just been kind of a crackhead for the Afterburner Orange lately. It doesn't matter if I got a Tropic Thunder or Citrus Psycho next to me. Every time I'm seeking out that Afterburner Orange. I'm just chugging it. You know, people have been making like orange creamsicles with the vanilla milk and the Jocko Go Afterburner Orange. So I guess you can do that. I haven't been stepping into that realm. Personally, I'm kind of a traditionalist. But hey, if you want to go and explore and be creative and innovative, you freaking do that. That's awesome. So at this point, I want to talk to you guys about the live stream rules. So if you're going to be mean or rude or anything like that, Dudley's going to schwack you. Can I get a what?
What?
That's right. Dud'll get you out of the chat. If you want to ask any questions or anything like that, try to throw them in all caps. And as always, we're going to be doing giveaways where we give you stuff because you're cool and we like you. So yeah, at this point, if you know the secret answer that is only located in the newsletter, type it in the chat below. Quick, what is the answer? Type it in the chat below. You're only subscribed to the newsletter, and so you'll know this, right? What is the answer? And it'll enter you in to win. I don't know what you win, though.
No sound on Facebook, okay?
I got a red.
Multicam.
No. There we go. Garen Clackley. Black. Garen Clackley. The answer is black.
Yes, indeed.
And the question was, which color SOB is ordered the most? And so black SOBs are ordered more than any other SOB, more than red, more than multicam. And I think one of the main reasons is that's a really popular kit for law enforcement officers. And a lot of law enforcement officers are running either black or navy blue kits. And so it's really easy for them to then take that kit, throw it into their belt line, and immediately have it as a tool that they can use on the job. So for the SOB, black is our number one, and I think Coyote comes in at number 2. Coyote's my personal favorite. I rock a Coyote. So does Dud. Dud's got the Coyote on him right now.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, so black is the winner, and a big congratulations to Garen Clackley. Garen, if you want to go ahead and email us, admin@Refuge Medical, we will get your prize shipped out to you. I'm not sure what you win. I think it's something cool. At the very least, you're going to win something. Could be a t-shirt, could be a tourniquet. I don't know what Brit's it could be a whole first aid kit. I don't even know. So it's kind of a surprise. So that's kind of the bucket of surprises. He opens it and it's just a bucket and there's a bunch of pieces of paper that say surprise.
And O's.
and O's. That's right. Awesome. Sweet. And so at this point, I want to open up the chat kind of to you guys. If you have any questions as to why we've been so distant lately, why we haven't done as many lives as often, I know we weren't here last week, or maybe you have some questions about what we have coming up here in the store, or you know, anything really, this is an opportunity for you guys to go ahead and ask it. What would you recommend for an out-of-town family hiking trip? Weight concerns apply. Yeah, absolutely. Armed Atlas. That's a great question. So weight concerns are a big thing. In my thing, MET-TC, right? So that's a fancy way to say it. Depends. How long are you hiking for? You know, if you're just going out for a mile, maybe 2 mile hike with the fam, a simple bear pack attached to your kit is going to be just fine, right? If you find yourself out in the wilderness for maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, then at that point, that's kind of when I start to recommend an adventure kit. Adventure kit is going to have more of your family medicine, so splinting, over-the-counter meds, some Booboo capability, all those things are inside of the adventure kit. It also gives you the ability to perform like small suturing, maybe on an animal or something similar, to where if you were to need that in the field because you were trapped or maybe you had a bad laceration, you're able to, you know, tend to that wound and then move the casualty out of the area, right? And so in between a bear pack and adventure kit, that's kind of the sweet spot for a family that's going hiking. The bear pack's going to be your lighter option. The adventure kit you can take some things out of, right? And then it still gives you the ability to put, you know, some diapers in there, maybe some wipes. It's an amazing bag. I use the adventure bag every single day. It's what I carry my laptop and a lot of my like everyday tools in. So feel free to, you know, look into that. The bag has a lot of pockets, inner components. We try to, you know, think ahead for our kits as to the application of it and see if maybe our customers would change something. So those are my recommendations there. That is a absolutely phenomenal question. Can we... You don't get to know about the wheel to the right till the end of the live, but the wheel on the right is a smoking hot deal for you guys. Somebody asked, can we please get some virtual training modules?
Oh, what?
Lauren, are you editing over there?
What?
I've never heard of anything like that before, ever.
We would not release a QR code video with all of the March E tools attached to it. We would not.
No idea.
We would not do that. We would not be editing that right now. We would not do that. Lauren, stop. Put your hands up. Get away from the computer. Yeah, no, so absolutely. We totally hear you, Prairie Ball Buster. We're actually working on that right now. So that's a great question. It's a second witness, so that's awesome there. Sean Skelton, I got booted, LOL. I don't think so. I didn't see you get booted. I mean, you could have. What's the wheel to Bob's right? Oh, yeah, we already asked that. That would be awesome. Yeah, and so for the virtual, it's not really training, right? So it's really important to us that we tell you it's not training because we fervently believe that training is tactile. It's with your hands, right? It's where you can actually go through with an instructor, do these things, seek criticism, build off of that criticism to get better in high-stress scenarios, right? So what we're doing is we're putting together modules of information. Now, it's in-depth information, and it also shows you, so this is something that you can go ahead and do all the steps, working a tourniquet, emergency trauma dressing. You can do that with these modules, but we always still recommend that you go seek out Refuge Training, either a Responder 1, 2, or an Essential Responder, which is all 3, because that gives you the ability to actually use these tools in a high-stress scenario. It lets you work with a team. Standardly, we're not alone, and so you're always with another person or you're by other people. So it takes you and it puts you in an environment where you don't know all of the people around you, and you have to work with them as a team, just as if you were in the gas station or at a grocery store or responded to a car accident. There's gonna be people there, so your ability to work with them is extremely important, as well as then you're using those tools in all of these different scenarios to see how you would respond and seeking that constructive criticism from our trained team of, you know, trainers and educators and then, you know, experienced professionals, all these different things, so they can give you the input and their wisdom through years of doing these things. That then you take home and you give to your family, right? So we're putting together these information modules to kind of give you a little foundation, and then you can use Refuge Training as an escalator to ascend in the knowledge of TACMed, right? And so I think that'll be super fruitful for you guys. All right. Love my wound care bucket, y'all. Just signed up for Bear Nation Patreon 2. What's up with Women's Night Zoom meeting? I want to share more with the better half. I'm not on Women's Night Zoom meeting, and I think that's a Bear Independent Patreon thing. I would reach out on the Bear Independent thing or email admin@Bear Independent. This is Refuge Medical. We do have some relation, but we're not the same.
Every Wednesday night for the ladies, it's Ladies' Night on Patreon.
Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So reach out to admin@Bear Independent. They'll help you out. They'll get you all taken care of there. Just received my wife's first Bear FAC. In the instructional vids will be a primer till we can get her to a class. Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of the tool, is we want to include it with the kits just to give you some information off the top until you can get that training, because we understand a lot of people aren't going to be able to get their kit and get training, in the same week or anything like that. So if we can put information in your hands as well as the tools, I feel like it'll be really, really successful. So that's awesome. What is up, Hillbilly Homesteader? All right, what else we got? If you couldn't drive to training, then what would you do? I would reach out to a friend and have them drive me, honestly. If you couldn't drive to training, try to, make it worth a friend's while, maybe pay for their training. And have them come with you and they drive and everything like that. If maybe you didn't have a driver's license or you had car issues, something like that, that would be my recommendation. Somebody said fly or a boat. We have a bunch of people fly. Yeah.
Yeah, who's going to be the furthest person to fly in?
Well, if we go train Kenya, we will be the furthest person.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll fly 27 hours to Kenya. No, we've had people fly, I think, from Florida to the East Coast because they missed a Florida class. So we've had people, travel quite a bit.
We had someone from Alaska.
We've traveled from Oklahoma to South Dakota to train. We've traveled from Oklahoma to Pennsylvania. So we've gone coast to coast. We've been in Oregon. And so we put a lot into the travel for our teams to get to where they need to go. So that's why I don't hesitate when I tell you guys to drive or to ask a friend to drive, because we're telling these trained professionals with the information to come to you or to come semi-close to you. So, there's a give and a pull there. Having my work checked is important. If someone's life is on the line, I want it done right. Absolutely. It was well worth it. I took the class last year. What else we got? I see the beloved Bobby boy did indeed survive hot seat round number 2. Y'all.
If anybody was going to bring up
The hot seat. Yeah, the hot seat happened. If you'd go ahead and throw in the chat if you watched the hot seat, if you enjoyed the hot seat. I did enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the repercussions of said event. However, the sacrifices that I made for our industry are small compared to that of others.
Well, and it's good that you have a baby because you already had pre-staged baby wipes.
I had wipes, diapers, everything I needed back at home because I already have a kid. So I was good. I was ahead of the curve. Phelps didn't have that stuff. Y'all might want to consider some dairy-based dude wipes if y'all dare continue with that marketing strategy.
Oh, it's going to keep going.
Yeah, the people like it. Yeah, waiting on medical clearance for driving, but I would happily pay to have someone else train. Trying to build a class here. It's going well. That's awesome, Prairie Ball Buster. If you need help doing that, go ahead and reach out to admin at Refuge Training. Tell them that that exact thing. Hey, I'm trying to put a class together. It's going pretty well. I've got X amount of people. I'm trying to get Y amount of people. Is there anything you guys would be willing to do? They might be able to post a public class in that area and then fill those last 5 or 6 remaining slots. So, always use us as a resource if you're trying to get a training built up, because we want to make sure that we can be there. Our training team has some very, very large opportunities that they're focusing on this year. We're trying to start training in the corporate space. We're trying to start training in the industrial space. All of that to say, we still have, the everyday American as our primary focus. So just make sure you're roping us in on those conversations, those communications, so we can be an asset and a resource for you. All right. Waiting. Hawaii to Idaho was one person's travel. Holy smokes, that's crazy.
That's a trip.
All right. Somebody said, I want to see Hami and KL go against 2 of the guys for Hot Wings.
We have a whole plan for the ladies.
Yeah, the ladies are going to do something else.
Oh, I'm not even privy to that. I've been boxed out.
Yeah. Is there a requirement for numbers to get a custom class going? Yes, there is. And a lot of that depends on where you're located, right? Obviously, if you're down the road from us, the numbers are going to be much smaller to opposed to if you're in Hawaii or in Africa, right? So the best thing to do is reach out and say, hey, I'm in such and such place. I'm interested in getting a private or a public class set up in this area. I have this amount of people. How many more people do I need, right? And then what we can do is potentially we can even offer you a discount on your class for helping us get those people interested in your area. And you're kind of working alongside us to build the TACMed awareness of your region, right? And you're kind of becoming that medical TACMed ambassador, if you will, for your county, your city, your town, whatever it may be. That's what I recommend to people. That's what we did back in the day is, we would always seek out other people who wanted to learn, and it's like, hey, let's all go in on bringing this person in to train us because this person has a lot of knowledge. And teaming up, our resources were pooled, so we had much more say, we had much more throw. It's very good. I recommend that highly.
Thank you, Sean Skelton, for hitting the like. Everyone else, please make sure you hit the like.
Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all the things, right? We want you guys to, be involved, everything like that. The questions thus far have been absolutely phenomenal.
Hey, Desert Goon Medic said he moved from Facebook to here. How was the audio and everything on Facebook?
Yeah. Somebody asked, what would you suggest people bring to class? Hillbilly Homesteader asked this. Yeah, so the first thing I recommend is that if you're going to Essential Responder, so if you're going to Responder 1 and Responder 2, like in Responder 2, your clothes might get a little bit dirty. All of the medical tools we provide to you, right? So you don't bring your own kit, don't bring your own bag or anything like that. For Essential Responder, what I recommend people bring is a flashlight. And if you want to be extra prepared, bring some sort of pouch. Bring an SOB pouch or a Bearfac pouch or a dump pouch or something like that you can store things on your person hands-free that isn't sharp, isn't rigid or anything like that. You never know inside of scenario-based training what you may have to carry, right? And this is like a secret pro tip that only you guys get because we don't tell people this.
Wait, that's not a pro tip. That is a cheat code.
It really is a cheat code. If you just simply bring a bag, not a backpack, not a rucksack, but if you bring like just a Bearfac outer, right? Not the inner, just a Bearfac outer or a dump pouch or an SOB, you will be miles ahead of the curve for Essential Responder. Yes.
Help you level up now. Bring clothes you don't mind getting ruined.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. For Essential Responder, your clothes are you're either going to want to frame them because of how bad they look or burn them because of how bad they look. One of the two. There's no middle ground there. People are either like, I'm going to keep these forever or these are going in the trash when I get back to the hotel.
Either way, it'll be glorious.
Yeah, it is awesome. The hot seat, do it again, please. Hot seat was awesome. Can you explain the change with RT? Why did Twitch decide to travel to Ukraine? Yeah, absolutely. So we're going through a lot of training changes with RT right now. A big part of the reason is we want to make training more accessible. And that's unrelated to Twitch going to Ukraine. Twitch felt absolutely convicted and called by the Most High in the Spirit to travel to Ukraine and to teach those people. Now, if you read the word, it's an unforgivable sin for anybody to deny the Spirit when it's moving. So for us to tell him, hey, don't do that, that would be unbrotherly, unloving, uncaring, wrong, all the stuff. So we just looked at it and said, how can we best support you, right? And then what does that mean for RT? And so we sat down as an organization and really talked about RT, and we're like, man, we want to make training more accessible to the masses, and so that's what we're focusing on. It hasn't changed the fact that we're training. It hasn't changed a lot. We are already building new members of the training team. We are already bringing in new staff, and so this is kind of just the natural progression in the way that things were going, and it's really exciting to see this new chapter for Refuge Training. They're doing great. We actually have a team that's in Florida right now scouting out a new training location that could be phenomenal for not just us, but for anybody in that region. And yeah, it's a really exciting time. Twitch's decision to go is Twitch's to talk about. I'm only going to share what I've shared thus far. I know that he does have some information on his Patreon and on his YouTube talking about that on Shield Bearer of Faith. So go and check that out because, you know, that's the best place because you'll hear it from the horse's mouth there. So that's a great question. I totally respect that question. I got the soft tee and shears add-on with my Bearfact 3.0, trying to get your TQ holder in black, but I want to keep it in the family. 100%, Sean. Yeah, so right now, Cody's only running, I think, Ranger Green and Coyote tourniquet holders. Mainly because a lot of Cody's market, right, and this is just Cody's market, are soft dudes, tack dudes that buy directly from him. So he doesn't run a lot of black because it doesn't exist in their kit so often. So I can reach out to him and see. I mean, something you might want to do is reach out to Sojourn Gear. He does have a website. See if he can run you a black tourniquet holder or something like that if he's interested in doing it.
And he's single.
And he's single, right? But I think that Sean is probably not interested in that. Eridor Koenig said, I was able to I got a red light on my mic here.
Telling him to give us a minute on the audio. Yeah, audio.
Switching out.
There we go. Bada bing.
And
Are we
good.
up?
Where's the other magnet?
It's right there. It's
Okay.
on the other side. Sorry, it dropped.
Battery died.
Great. Yeah, that's a great note there. Mike is hot again. 5x5. There we go. It's back. YouTube audio is back. Awesome. Going over here. My Bearfact is in Ponca City on the way here. So stoked. That's going to be great. Oh, dude, Taylor, Spicy McD, ARFCOM. That's my buddy. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Mind doing a shout out? Any first responders serving in Osage?
Osage County.
I'm just a white lady, so I don't know how to say these things. Nolata or Washington County, Oklahoma, March 11th. From 11 to 1 can get a free Refuge bleed kit through Project Tribute.
Yeah, so go to Project Tribute Foundation. If you're in Osage County and you're a first responder in that time frame, you can get a free bleeding prevention kit. Go reach out to him.
I'm going to post the link in the chat.
Yeah, she's going to post a link in the chat. So if you're in Osage County or if you know a first responder in Osage County, that's a really great resource for you guys. Project Tribute Foundation does an amazing job of seeking out grants on behalf of first responders to get them the medical supplies that they need. We work directly with him to make sure that he gets the kits at the cheapest price possible, so that way he can get as most bang for that buck as possible, right? So if you're in Osage County, reach out to him, reach out to their organization. They're awesome over there. Man, they do some really, really cool stuff. So go support them. You know, it's awesome. I have a few TQs and a Booboo kit on the way. Can't wait. Why also no refill kits for the Booboo kit? I feel like that would be the most useful refill kit. That's a great question. Britt!
She's not here. She had to go.
Heath! Yeah. Put me together a refill kit for the Booboo. I want to see what that looks like. And then when Britt gets back, put together costing. That's a great question. We'll have that in the store soon. that's a great.
Well, that's how it happens.
And this is just transparency for you guys, right? We're a business that's driven by our customer, right? We really and it's simple things like that. We want to listen to our customer and to our consumer because You guys drive our business. If we're not listening to you guys, we're going to die because we no longer become relevant. If you guys are like, man, I'm using the Booboo kit, it'd be great to replace stuff. And we go, nah, you're going to go buy it somewhere else. And so it's foolish for us not to adapt and change and evolve to what you guys need, right? If all of a sudden a bunch of people come to me and they're like, hey, we really need gas masks. Okay, we're going to talk about what that looks like. What does it look like for us to source and supply gas masks in our medical component capacity? So yeah, absolutely. We'll take a look at the Booboo kit refill and we'll get that probably in the store this week. I think that'll be easy. Hey Dudley, where did you get your Moses' Mother Did Not Comply shirt? That is Sanctified Supply Company.com. Yeah, they're a super cool company. I recommend. Somebody said, wait, who's single and what age range? Cody is single and he's 30?
Yes.
31. That's his age range, and he's a great guy. Reach out to sojourngear.com.
Hey, come on over.
Oh my gosh, we're not doing this. This is not a dating service here.
No,
we're a medical company.
Yeah. And Cody is going to come running over.
We're not a dating service.
No, it's not a dating service.
Honey, you can't come over here and they're trying to sell somebody.
Nope.
We're trying to sell somebody.
We're going to hook this on
Thank
you.
you.
Go ahead in.
Okay.
You need a chair.
Oh, I won't be long.
Okay, Cody's
All right,
scooch
on down here so that you're, a normal person's height. So this is Cody. He's 6 foot 100. No, he's the tallest guy I know. He's also the sweetest guy I know. He's also one of the most talented seamsters that I know. He designs and comes up with these amazing, innovative ways to carry gear that's not only expedient and lightweight, but it's just functional, and that matters, right? So he's sporting the new Minuteman bag. The Minuteman bag is great because you can carry it hiking. My wife uses it as a diaper bag. You can carry first aid. You can carry kit in there if you're an operator. It's clean. It's unassuming. And, it's just something that every single day, a concealed carry, a first aid kit, some water, your phone, and simple tools, you can just have that in there, carry it, and nobody knows. They're none the wiser.
Right.
Right? And then you get that yeeter discreeter, that surprise you're fried, type of deal, and it's all the way awesome. So this is Cody. Somebody was requesting black tourniquet pouches.
Oh, good. So I may do a run of those at some point. I have Coyote in stock ready to ship. We'll probably make some black ones, but
I
we'll
told
see what
him, I
happens.
was like, he works for operators most of the time,
Right.
so he's like doing operator colors.
Yeah, well,
You gotta go where the job is. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, Cody. We
so
love you.
I am single and available.
You're not wearing pants.
Yeah, sorry. I do have shorts on. And Minuteman bags are available now on my site, so take a look if you're interested. Bob, thank you so much. You guys have a great afternoon.
I love you, brother. He's the man. He's the man with the plan, Stan. And this is a Booboo 2.0 refill kit right here. So this has all your components of a Booboo 2.0 in it. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at what the pricing for this looks like. So that way you guys can build out another one if you want to. Or you can just have it as refill. So that's great. Awesome. As far as making it out to training, I'd consider resorting to stripping in the event evening and recon of y'all's rollout time and just roping y'all's tow hitch and testing my mountain boarding skills. Yeah, I don't think that would go as well as you think it would. IG is cutting y'all's comms in and out unless it's partially on my end, but it's been working again as I type this. Copy that. What's the flat duct tape for? That's a great question. Flat duct tape is for everything. Blisters, scrapes, calluses, impromptu chest seals, writing things on people, labeling things, gear, nasos, hand restraints. You can just keep going. I mean, duct tape can be used for everything. So that's one of those universal things that it's like, it's not single use. So it's really easy to know what the tourniquet in your kit is for because a tourniquet is used for one thing, and that's extremity-based bleeds. However, with that, duct tape has multiple uses, and so we throw that in there knowing that you guys could utilize that in probably 100 different ways. We got a question?
Yeah.
Lauren?
Facebook.
Scott?
Do you have all-in-one IFACs?
Yeah, we do, all in one. And I think you mean just inclusive IFACs. The best example of that would actually be the one that we have on sale this week. It's the Bearfac. So the Bearfac covers the March E algorithm. Your March E algorithm is going to be the algorithm understood for trauma medicine, right? So that's massive bleeding, airway, respiratory, circulation, head injury, hypothermia, hypovolemia, and then everything else, evacuation and evaluation, right? So that's March E. And the Bearfac covers that and then some, right? So it gives you full March E algorithm capability as well as some Booboo and some burn capability. So you have extra gauze and then you have burn dressings in there. This is kind of your all-in-one, right? Made in America, all sourced here. And this bad boy comes in a bunch of different colors. You can keep it in your vehicle. You can keep it on a backpack. You can keep it in a rucksack. You could do so many different things with just this kit right here. And it's small, right? So like I have man-sized hands and it's, you know, about the size of a football, right? And you could get probably a pretty good spiral on that thing. Yeah, that's what I recommend is the Bearfac. It's on sale this week too. So that's the Bad Mama Jamma. We got another one.
I have two things. Someone said check TikTok comments too.
Oh.
And then someone else said, what's the best recommended filler for an IWB first aid kit?
In the waistband first aid kit. So IWB, we don't sell an IWB first aid kit. What we sell is the slick kit. So the slick kit, I have it it's in my bag right now. I have another one right here. So this is cool. And then we have the bleeding prevention kit too. It's coming as well. That's really cool. So this is kind of what I recommend if you're like running IWB all concealed, right? You're in an area that's not super friendly to like 2A friendly people, or you're trying to be super cognito or gray man. This Bad Mama Jamma is about the size of a wallet, right? So it doesn't have a tourniquet in it, but this is a full blowout kit. So this is your bullet holes, your stabbings, your lacerations, stuff like that. So you have your set of chest seals, you have an emergency trauma dressing, you have a hemostatic combat gauze, gloves, and then a strip of duct tape right through the middle. You carry this in your back pocket. It's completely unassuming. Nobody notices. As well as then you can have an IWB. That's what I run most of the time is IWB, appendix, and then I also have this in my back pocket. And then paired with a soft tee in the front pocket. I wear skinny jeans every day. Completely unassuming. Nobody knows. The other option for IWB is going to be a bleeding prevention kit, which we're about to launch here shortly. Same thing, right? So you have your set of chest seals, you have an emergency trauma dressing, gloves, compressed gauze, and then a cat tourniquet all inside of there. And you can still get this to fit inside a majority of back pockets, inside of a cargo pocket, something like that. Also where it's right there located, it's waterproof if you were to get wet or something. And those are kind of my recommendations for IWB concealed type of deal. Awesome.
Hey, Desert Goon Medic. Yes, unfortunately, I'm hopping back and forth. I'm on a laptop over here looking at Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram on the phone. And then I couldn't get TikTok to go through OBS today. So that's on a device right here in front of Bob. I apologize for not getting to your comment sooner. You bought the Bearfac 3.0 and you're doing a review soon.
Oh,
Make
dude.
sure that you tag us. We can't wait to see it.
Oh, dude, AR15.com is here. What up, homie? I miss and love you. I miss and love you, too. I'm pretty sure I know exactly who's running that right now. And I love you with all my heart. And you are an amazing brother. And I wish I was going to see you this weekend with Taylor, but I'm probably not. And would you please come, bring your wife, come and visit my house for a weekend, please. Please come hang out, and we can do all the cool stuff. So that's my message to you, AR15.com. Bring everybody from AR15.com to my house. Don't do that. Hot seat was hilarious. I couldn't even do the first one. Great job. The first one was hot. The first one was like a maple hot sauce, and it was hot. I did not enjoy that. Bearfac is a legit kit. It is. It really is. Man, I've looked at a lot of first aid kits, and if you could find a base level first aid kit that beats this or beats the Bear Min 2.0, you're better at researching things than I am. That's what that means.
Pretty much.
Ooh, Sean Skelton called out the sexy legs in khakis. Yes, that is what the slick kit stands for. Sexy legs in khakis. And the whole idea is you can throw this in like a khaki short and nobody would even notice. You'd still keep your sexy form. It's not going to like bulge out and be like, hey, why do you have a water balloon in your pocket? Nope, nobody will know it. It's all the wiser, right? This is a great time, as always, to once again mention that this is open to questions for you guys. So if you have any questions in regards to what kit to run for what situation, what occurrence, if you have any questions about why we use the components we use, or maybe about our manufacturing processes for our soft bags, our hard cases, and everything like that, anything about Refuge Training, us as an organization, the media, the videos, and all the fun stuff that we do, this is an opportunity for you guys to ask us so that we just, are transparent. We love sharing our lives with you guys. It's one of the coolest things that we get to do is show you the craziness that is our life. We get to meet amazing people, do phenomenal things, and just continue to see the fruit of good works. And so you guys being a part of that it's just a blessing. It really is. So feel free to, interact and ask questions. It's always great. Let's collaborate, do some joint course. Grizzly Medical. Yeah, reach out to me. If you've got, some sort of ideas, maybe what you would want to do, Grizzly, I'd love to take a look at what you're doing right now and anything in that regard. Send me an email over to Bob at Refuge Medical, and let's chat. Let's hang out. Let's party. Somebody said, the slick kit is great. Carried mine every day for work. It fit great in my cargo pocket. Heck yeah. What you got?
I just wanted to let everybody know, if you're on Facebook, there's a giveaway coming out soon. Once we hit 5,000 on Facebook,
Really?
We just hit 10,000 on Instagram.
Yeah, we did. What?
If whoever is on Instagram, if you didn't see the last post on what you need to do to win a bear fact in your favorite color, after this live stream, make sure you go to that post, comment on there, follow the rules, and on the 15th, we'll announce the winner here live.
So, super awesome. We just hit 10,000 people on our Instagram. So what Dud is talking about, once we hit milestones like that, so we're going to hit 5,000 on Facebook, we do a giveaway. And it's not like, oh, here's a free tourniquet. Standardly, it's here's a free kit, right? So we take a $300 average kit and we give it to you guys because it's an awesome milestone and you're a part of it. So we just want to include you. It's like, we haven't seen a lot of success on the marketing end of it. It doesn't really grow anything, but what it does do, it just rewards you guys for being involved with us, and that's the point. Growing is cool, but we'd much rather just have really cool people inside of the group that we do have. So make sure that you go to the Instagram and you follow those rules because it's a bear fact. Like it's a completely good, perfect bear fact that you can win for free. What you got? You don't even pay shipping.
Clay Slack on Facebook said, got my bear fact a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to training on March 17th.
That guy gets it.
Yes, indeed.
Based response. What you got, Lauren?
I still don't understand what based is.
I'm
still understanding the dab.
So based, it comes from the sense of like, are you based in fiction or are you based in fact, right?
Like basting a chicken?
It's not based, not with a T. There's no T.
So it's like salt bay.
No.
That's what it is. It's based like seasoned
No.
on chicken, like salt bay.
B-A-S-E-D. Based, right? Like home base.
Right.
Like home base. You're based in truth. Like what is your base?
So it's factual.
It's factual.
Oh,
So why don't you just say factual?
Well,
Fact.
I think that's old terminology.
Facts is old.
Yeah, people back where I came from the Communist Republic of New Jersey, they would say facts, then finax, and all other types of other forms of that.
Guys, we don't know anything about the new terminology. TikTok, we're trying, but you guys just make shit up. We're trying, but you just come up with new words every day. Like bussin'? What is that even? What do you got over there, Lauren? You've been raising your hand. What do you got, Lauren?
Any update on kits for hunters? We wouldn't know anything.
So Q2 is when the hits for hunters are coming out. We've teased it quite a bit. So we're working directly with Origin, and they are currently being manufactured. They're finishing on the line, I think, today. I think she's picking up today. That's why Britt isn't here. She's going to do production assessment and a production audit for the Origin kits. So no kits for hunters coming. Sorry, move on.
Oh no.
But then we would have to be on Facebook, and that sucks. Yeah, sure, we can't let Meta control our lives. So if we can control the algorithm on Meta for Facebook and Instagram, we should do it. And so that's why we're still active on there, because just because something sucks doesn't mean that we shouldn't try to pour light into it. We're told to be in the world, not of the world, so we don't just get to dip out of things that we don't like. We still have to do good there. We still have to, push a positive effort, a positive motive onto that space, regardless of how stupid meta can be sometimes.
Huh. Based equals opposite of woke? Question mark.
Yeah, I think so. But once again, I don't know. So somebody said based equals firmly founded. I think that's right.
Okay.
So
I think I'm going to start using it.
I like based. I'm like, dude, that's
sound
based.
like the old guy saying based. Right?
When he did that, he said based.
That was great, Dudley.
Oh gosh,
Hi.
gosh,
Dudley.
dang it.
That's
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
great.
Word. And then I'm supposed to dab on him.
Yeah.
Word.
So
That
Steven.
was a thing from a while back, right? Word.
Yeah. Apparently in 4XL, some bigger guys out here. Somebody said multicam works in any woods. Stephen Peru. What's up, Stephen Peru? I love that guy. Multicam does work
Tell
in.
Jackie we said hi.
Tell Jackie we said hi.
Shout
Multicam.
out to Sean Skelton, dad bods in the house.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe that I have a dad bod.
You don't.
I don't?
No, Dudley, you have a tank bod. Not many people have the.
What was a dad bod?
No, you don't have a dad bods are not what you have.
So a little bit of a tummy.
Yeah,
Oh.
dad bod is like, I'm not strong, but I've been drinking beer. You're like, I've not been drinking beer and I'm strong.
Yeah. See, I'm learning all these things.
You're
I
like-
learned dad bod. I learned bass today.
Yeah, there's dad bods and then there's bodying dads, and you are bodying dads like on the regular, just putting them down. Yeah, so somebody was talking about multicam in the woods. Multicam's a great camo for the woods. So is Marpat, especially if you have a deep green wooded area, deep in the summer, everything like that. Marpat works really good, which is marine pattern camouflage. And then, there's a lot of different cool camos that we don't really touch on because we stay in the mainstream lanes, but Fleck Tarn, the Rhodesian camo patterns, all those are freaking cool. Tiger stripe, like Vietnam tiger stripe, come on. We developed that to fight in the jungle. I know it works in the woods. Yeah, that is the cat's pajamas. Dudley is an Abrams. Yes. Any concerns about Tell City in light of Palestine? Yes, it has been a conversation point. We've evaluated it a couple of times. The thing for us is once again, we can't not go to where problems are. Like there's already medical emergencies inside of Palestine. So to say that there's not going to be more medical emergencies surrounding it and we shouldn't do medical training there is foolish. It's almost as if we're needed more now. And so, that's one of those things that we are assessing. We do look at, we do area studies and threat profiles of every training area that we go to. So that's a great point. But we have no desire, inclination, or plans to reschedule, cancel, or not go and train in Tell City. Tell City is an awesome event area. They're a great team there. And so we're 100% planning on being there. Based on the facts. That's what Sean Skelton said it is, based on the facts. Will there ever be a snow camo for winter? We've actually talked about that a few times. We have like a prototype of an American-made snow camo pattern. It's actually up there. Oh, can you? Yeah, you can see it up there in the top right-hand corner. And that's a Squatch survival bag. We've talked about it a few times. The challenge for us is that we test all of our stuff, right? And we go through deep testing phases, and so we have to find the proper way to test it. What I think we'll probably do is work with the Iridium group, who's up there in the old Great White North, and he's in the snow all the time. So we'll probably send him out the snow kits first, and maybe we'll reach out to the fan base and send out a couple of Northerners some kits to test out the snow pattern camo. But it is something that we're talking about and working with, and I think we'll probably sell just the bags and then also sell the kits themselves too.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that way, just like there's different things for different things, right? So if it's July, you're not wearing the same kit as if it were January. And so in the same way that you would switch your kit out during those seasons, you would switch the outer of your med bag in those seasons too. And it is something that we're actively talking about. So that's a great thing to bring up. And it is something that we're discussing constantly.
John Smith on Facebook said Tell City was amazing.
Yeah, so Hemi, you bring up a great point. Problem with most snow gear, camo gear, is they use black straps, which counters the purpose of camo. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of snow gear is really, really, it gives off a high IR signature. And so for us, we try to be cognizant of that because we try to have our kits check all the boxes so that they could go out to multiple people. So for us to make a snow camo, we also want, the IR pattern that's going to give off, or we want that to be as minimized as possible. And so that comes into like using a lot of light tone grays, which aren't mass produced inside of fabric a lot. And this is the stuff that you guys probably don't realize goes into those kits, right? Because we're looking at all of these colors, these patterns, these camos, and we're analyzing all of these different things inside of it to make sure that not only does it work for Debbie, who's just hiking in the snow, but it also works for operator C, who's going over to this place and is going to use it, or it's working for this person who's already in Ukraine in a trench in the winter, right? And so we're trying to be forward thinking and useful thought processes and in our testing and evaluation, in our research and development process for you guys. That way it's just the best kit possible. I'm in northern Utah. I'll test one. Absolutely.
Email us.
I hear Canadian Prepper is looking for goods to sell. I'm sure Canadian Prepper is looking for a lot of things. Send one to Magic Prepper. Yeah, we probably would send one to Magic Prepper. He's up there.
And we're friends.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Bussin' means good or fantastic. You don't want to understand the origin of bussin' outside
that the green one?
Outside the boundaries of a healthy marriage. Nasty kids these days.
Hit that green one.
I'm gonna just take it back and say it means good. Like I'm gonna say it doesn't mean something bad. Dudley has more of a Bradley fighting vehicle bod. Yeah, like Bearcat. Like he's like the Dud Cat. You know, like start me the Dud Cat. You know. You bet. Send us up some snow camo. We are out in it day in, day out. Yeah, that's good to know, J. Corey Luff. That is good to know. So we want to make sure that we're building stuff for you guys that you're actually going to use. That's really important. 100% right. Nobody produces light gray or white webbing. Yes. Yeah. This guy gets it. Hemi, what do you do for work? Why do you know this? Reach out to me.
Hemi must do something.
Yeah, Hemi's doing something. If he's paying attention to like production of light gray or white webbing, like you don't just know that. Somebody tell Origin I want a heavy green 4XL. I know you guys got the inside track. Yeah, they don't make 4X stuff. I think they stop at 2X. I don't even know that they're making 3X. CP has gone off the rails. I was only joking. Please don't block me. Nobody's gonna block you. One thing I added to my kit was Narcan, Naxaline for overdoses. Just got it at my local RX. Yeah, so we're actually coming out with a new Narcan pouch that we're going to be delivering to law enforcement as well as to civilians as they need it. We always recommend for Narcan that you reach out to your local law enforcement, reach out to your local EMS. They usually have some on hand that are provided by the state. You can get it for free. That way you don't have to pay for it because all of that usually comes through grant money. I think it's important if you're inside of metro areas with heavy fentanyl or heroin use that you do have Narcan, especially if you find yourself the type of person who would render aid. Know and understand all of the legalities in your state behind doing that. That's what I'm going to say there.
Hemi said he's in the auto industry.
He's in the auto industry. Okay. I mean, maybe he's doing something with cars. I don't know. One thing, I'm in the auto industry. Sure you are. All right, it's 2:15. That's been about an hour. We're probably going to sign off here. We got to talk about one more thing before we go. So as you guys know, we're coming up on March, the March E algorithm. We're going to be talking about it all month next month, but we want to start. So for, what is it, 48 hours?
Yep.
It's 48 hours. So for the next 48 hours, when I spin this wheel, you guys are going to use the code MARCHE, right, in all caps. Yep. So you're going to use code MARCHE, M-A-R-C-H-E, no dashes, no exclamation, nothing, all caps, MARCHE.
You got to tell them what's on the wheel. What do they have a chance
And you're going to, I was going to do it. Let me be a showman. Let me do my job. Oh my gosh. So you'll be allowed to win one of these things. So on here we have 12% off any Bear Fact.
What?
We have free shipping.
What?
A free patch. I'm not going to tell you what patch. It could be any patch. We don't know. It could be, a Refuge medical patch. It could be an Embrace the Suck patch. We don't know. It could be anything. And then this is another 12% off the Bear Fact free shipping. Oh, and then you have the free sticker over here. And it's not like one sticker. You're going to get like a bunch of Refuge medical stickers. It's a free sticker pack. So if you use this code in the next 48 hours, you're going to get one of these things depending on what it lands on. So we got to spin it here. I'm nervous to spin it.
Wait a minute. Are you almost ready to spin it?
I'm almost ready to spin it.
Okay. Wheel of Refuge!
I'm nervous. I can't see. What is it landing on?
Free
shipping! All right. So if you use code MARCHE on your order for the next 48 hours, regardless of what your order is, it doesn't matter if it's a stomp bag or 10 wound care buckets, you get free shipping for the continental U.S., right? So if you're in Ireland, sorry, I can't do it. But if you're in Idaho, I got you, dog. So use code MARCHE. You get free shipping for the next 48 hours on any order that you place in the store, just in celebration of MARCHE Madness, March month, right? We're trying to teach you guys the essential ways how to not die. So with that, go get your order in, use the code, make sure that you capitalize on that, savings. And as always, we love you. We freaking appreciate you. And most importantly, carry an effing tourniquet. Shalom, guys.